Here we go. It is time for the CBS News Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Thanks for hanging out with us on Facebook, or if you stream us on CBS News Minnesota, that's why we call it this. Glad to have you with us today. Let's take a look at the weather. Looks nice, right? Dry and quiet, 30, getting close to freezing. It's going to be a little breezy out there, though, and the winds will grow as the day goes on. And so today's maybe not going to feel as good as the temperatures look. Either way, it's nice to be into double digits, that's for sure. Keep your eye out for Thursday. Another chance of snow in the forecast on Thursday, and then Wednesday is going to be really cold. So a couple things to watch for in the weather this week, but nothing really big. Sounds like no big deal. So just more of this kind of up and down, cold, and then not really as warm as you might want it to be. So let's talk about this. Let's think about the state fair. They're bringing back that early summer kickoff thing. Remember last year they did this bit where you could come and get your fresh French fries and go to the fair early, get a little taste of it. The fair just within the last hour and a half announced that the 5-day event will be May 26th through the 30th at the fairgrounds. Yep, giant slide will be there. Cheese curds. Yeah, a lot of fun. Kick off the state fair. We'll have 30 of the most popular food and beverage vendors. They'll have live music, lots of attractions, too. It's a lottery registration for tickets because they're only opening, I think, 15,000 tickets per day, which is sort of what they did last time around. I did it last year. It was fun. I mean, is this what we're doing now, though? 2 state fairs? How do you feel about this? Are you excited about another kickoff to summer at the fair? Do you want to do like a mini state fair and then the regular state fair? Is it possible that the only thing better than one Minnesota State Fair is 1.3 Minnesota State Fairs? Let us know what you think about all that. Or does it kind of cheapen it? Like if you can go in May? I don't know. Let me know what you think. We'll talk about the kickoff to summer at the State Fair. Tickets available now in just a couple minutes. As the Omicron variant eases up, number of new COVID cases in the United States remains in a steep decline. So this is one of the hardest things about COVID, right? Like you get your arms around the fact that cases are up and then almost just as quickly. Look how fast it's dropped. We're down more than 80% from the peak in January. Yep, so there's the national data right there. So, you know, something to bear in mind. I know a lot of school districts are getting rid of their mask mandate, and that certainly is something that some parents welcome, other parents are uneasy about, but that is where we are as far as caseload right now. What a frightening flight for some American Airlines passengers and crew. We talk about unruly passengers and the dangers of it. This plane going from L.A. to Washington, D.C. Sunday afternoon. Plane starts descending really quickly to make an emergency landing in Kansas City.
Yeah, he's trying to get into the cockpit for American 1775.
The flight attendant in the back, the lady, got on the intercom and said, "Whoever's not up front, please sit down, put your seatbelts on." And she was almost crying. And then we realized that there was something going on, that this man was trying to get into the cockpit and trying to open the exit door.
Yeah, what the heck, right? What's going on with this guy? The man who recorded this video, this Muaz, says several passengers restrained the unruly man, and then the flight attendant up front jumped into action.
And he used the coffee mug to sort of strike him multiple times because the guy was really big.
He actually tried to open
the plane door and the cockpit door?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Officers and FBI agents questioned all of the passengers, and then the man was taken away. His name is Juan Rivas. He was charged with assaulting and intimidating a flight attendant. There's an affidavit that was filed in federal court. Says Rivas tried to use a plastic utensil as a weapon and tried to break a champagne bottle. Not good. What kids learn inside the classroom is a big topic at the state capitol this session. And the question is, what's this really about, right? Republicans want to give parents more power over the lesson plans. State law already requires schools to show learning materials if parents ask for them. New bills being proposed in the state legislature would make schools notify parents. So they'd have to say, you know, hey, you have the right to ask us for information. And it also will require teachers to send out a syllabus within the first 2 weeks of class. Parent rights, especially when it comes to education, is a major election issue in elections all around the country. And these trends, they come here too. And so this will be something to watch for sure, as parents have, in some cases, rebelled against COVID mandates in schools. They also are speaking out against what some perceive to be sort of a political agenda creeping into the classroom. So watch this issue closely. It sounds like a technical thing about syllabus, but it's going to be a big issue in the governor campaign. A couple of Minnesota lovebirds have exciting news to share. Oh, on Valentine's Day, too. They share the news that a couple of eagles were getting busy. Oh, yeah. DNR's Eagle Cam nest, one of our strangest ways of being a voyeur. Look at Mama with the egg. Mama bird laid the egg on Saturday night. And then she and her mate, you know, this is the beautiful thing about eagle life. If you knock up an eagle, you got to take turns. You trade off 40 days of kind of, you know, protecting and sitting on that egg. You get a turn, buddy, till that eaglet hatches. Eagles typically lay up to 3 eggs each year. You can stream the Eagle Cam live. And sometimes this doesn't end up great, you know, like this is nature. Sometimes the egg makes it, sometimes not. But we cheer for the egg, and I was watching a little of it this morning. WCCO.com/links. SpaceX has sent, let me try this again. Ready? Take 2. SpaceX has sent people to space. Now it's letting them get out for a little walk. Would you want to do this? Like, I'm down with going to space, right? Like, I'm in. I'd love to do it. Look at these happy astronauts. Polaris Dawn is the program. SpaceX will send 4 astronauts into space, and at least one of them gets to perform a spacewalk. Could happen as soon as this year. See the person just tethered there? I don't know. How much is that going to cost? Weird, right? Texas is suing Facebook's parent company, Meta Platforms. State Attorney General is upset about the facial recognition technology and says in Texas there are privacy protections in state law, and they're saying the facial recognition technology violated that state law. They want to sue. They want hundreds of billions of dollars. Meta stopped using the tech late last year, said it deleted all the data. Meta insists the lawsuit is without merit, but there's a similar lawsuit last year in Illinois, and Meta settled that one for $650 million. How about a little good news about a new burger spot opening right near the Uptown area? We told you about Urban Skillet 2 weeks ago. Local guy saw this restaurant in California, and they use 100% halal grass-fed beef for their burgers. Look at these burgers. They look good, right? So they're halal. They're allowed under Islamic law. You know, I mean, during COVID, you're trying to raise money to open this thing and get the inspections and get everything done. It took a while, but they were excited to open on Valentine's Day, and we're told it was packed last night. So good news there. Think of all of those Valentines. Did you write those Valentines to your classmates? Don't you remember that? More simpler time. Sending out those Valentines with a little bit of candy on it, maybe, or like a Cracker Jack box little prize. Well, what if one of those that you gave to a classmate, what if someone kept it and decades later it comes back to you? This is what happened. John Lauritsen did this story on Arlene Brecky from Medelia. So she just got one of her second grade Valentine's cards because somebody discovered it at Pond Road Market, kind of an antique shop in Mankato. And here's the card. I'm brushing up for you, Valentine. She originally gave it to a classmate at a small school near Vernon Center.
I was thinking, how could something that little, you know, travel all the where it traveled, like 70 some years? It's like, it's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Pretty cool. The friend that Arlene originally gave that card to is now 93, still lives in the area. But kind of fun that turned up and she got it back. Twin Cities scientist with a new title to add to her resume. Linda Hood is the new Ms. Wheelchair Minnesota. Hood had been an avid skier, swimmer, and runner, but she developed an autoimmune disorder from contaminated food that left her paralyzed. Hood credits mHealth Fairview's program with inspiring her to compete in this.
Have strong faith, and I believe that we're here for a reason. A short time, not a long time, and the time we're here, we have to make a difference.
I like that. The time we're here, we have to make a difference. Hood said she hopes to use her platform to get adult changing stations in public bathrooms. She will represent Minnesota in the national pageant this summer. Congratulations. All right, let's talk about the state fair, bringing kind of the mini state fair. The kickoff to summer is back. Is this going to be a permanent thing? Are you going, Rena? No, thank you. Thanks, Rena. You know what? What more needs to be said? Mary, I love the fair. People watching is fascinating. Everyone shows up. Yep, thanks, Mary. Here is Suzanne. Same bit. Love it. Been through so much these last 2 years. We need to catch up on state fair time. Thanks, Suzanne. Here's Pam. I might try to go to the kickoff. I think right now we need to wait to have a full state fair until things get better. Pam, outdoor, give yourself permission. It's going to be all right. Cases are low. You're vaccinated, I hope. Hope everybody gets vaccinated if they can. Annette says, I'm always ready for the fair. I love fair food. Isn't your mouth watering now for that yummy food? Yes. You know my favorites. Number one, fresh French fries. Love it, love it, love it. Just tastes different at the fair. Thanks, Annette. Diana, an interesting idea, still a little too people-y. People are very cautious still. Outdoors. There have been no... I worry sometimes that we've gotten ourselves into a spot where, I mean, obviously, if you're immune compromised, you probably always should have been careful, but there's been almost no evidence of transmission in outdoor circumstances. Joni says it's a win-win. Good to be cautious, but, you know, figure out the exit strategy. Where's it going to be for you? Cindy, I love the idea. Gets me excited for summer. I do agree with that, Cindy. There's something about the kickoff and starting it and gives you just a little taste of what we have to look forward to. Outdoor stuff, we got people going to go for football games outdoors, all of this sort of stuff, and there's been no transmission that's been traced to those sorts of things. We've had protests, parades. So, you know, figure out where your comfort zone is, but good news today in the COVID front, right? Cases down, moving in the right direction. All right, glad to have you with us today as always. We'll be back here at 7:30. Live tomorrow morning, but available on demand anytime on Facebook and streaming on CBS News Minnesota.